guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Brandy Morgan and we talk about all things freelance, working remote, and creating the life that you want. If you want to be a part of this freelance family, make sure to hit that subscribe button now. Today is a story time video and I am going to be walking you guys through how I personally use Instagram to get freelance clients. If you are someone that is interested in Instagram and really mastering the platform for business needs or even to generate revenue, I recommend taking a look at my Instagram mastery course. There is a link in the description below. Had to plug that. Alright, so let's get into it. I started taking Instagram seriously back in about 2017. I was on the platform, but I was not using it for my own personal brand or really anything. I was just using it to post like random photos. And I started seeing people that I knew really specializing their accounts in a particular niche, and their accounts were growing. And I just thought to myself, well, if they can do it, I can do it. And I really started to understand the business potential and the revenue generating potential of having a strong Instagram presence. So it was really motivating me to get started on creating my own little niche on Instagram. So the first thing I did was define that niche. Back then in 2017, I was a full-time software developer, and my passion was around getting other people and other women into programming. So I started posting content every single day about my journey as a developer and also being a woman in tech. And that was what I did. And what I started to notice was my account started growing, and the more consistent I was on posting and the more consistent I was on engaging with people that were commenting on my posts and also other people in the industry, I began getting really intentional about my engagement. I started picking out different companies and also those owners of those companies that I potentially wanted to work with, because at that point I was kind of done working for a company. I really wanted to go into freelance and be my own boss. So I started engaging with different companies and people, and one person in particular was the founder of Team Treehouse, which is an online learning platform for coding. What I did was I was liking his post, and then I randomly commented on, hey, if you ever need help creating content, let me know, I would love to help. He ended up sending me a direct message and we went back and forth, and I think a week later, after meeting with his team, I had a contract signed to create their Introduction to React Native course that lived on their platform for a few years. It has now been retired as the content is no longer valid. If you are someone that's in the tech space and also in the programming space, you probably understand why. Tech and stacks change all the time. So that was my first taste at getting paid to build a course for somebody. And prior to that, my husband and I had been doing live programming workshops where we taught people React Native. So the whole teaching and building courses was something I was really passionate about. And so I was like, well, if I can do it for Team Treehouse, maybe I can do other things for other companies and get paid to do it to replace my income. So that engagement strategy of just liking people's stuff and commenting different things was something that I used to get other clients. I started landing, $6,000 a month contracts just for social media management and content creation for big tech companies. So if you are a freelancer in the social media space, I highly recommend utilizing this strategy. And maybe you do, but maybe you're not as direct, or maybe you're not intentional about the relationships that you're building, because that's really what it comes down to, is building relationships with these people and these brands and these accounts. And then as you're building this relationship, as you're talking with them, engaging with them, a really good strategy to use is give them free advice. So if you notice an account on Instagram or really any social platform that you think they could be doing something here or something there to make their reach better, or maybe they can get more followers or even generate more sales, give them that advice. Let them know that you're an expert in what you're talking about, especially on social media, and help them. And then as that relationship grows, and maybe as they implement those things, let them know that you offer those services. And if they're wanting to have a conversation, give them your email address and let them know that you're available to talk anytime if they're ready. Oftentimes, they're probably going to say yes, especially if you gave them free advice, because this is something that I have done time and time again as a freelance social media manager, and it has worked. Be intentional, be genuine, and give them free advice that really helps their social media presence. Because oftentimes if it's a company that is smaller, they may not have a social media team, or they have somebody doing it that doesn't fully understand social media and all the different things that you can do with it to grow and to generate sales. So you coming in as the expert and letting them know that you do that is a great way to land a new client. So I highly recommend going that route, which is really simple, which is just engaging those people. Another example of how I've utilized this strategy was there was a company called Saster that is a content generating machine. And I noticed that they weren't really utilizing Instagram to its full potential. Since I have experience on Instagram and I really love their content and their company, I started engaging with their stuff, and I left them several comments and even direct messages saying, hey, if you ever need help with your Instagram, let me know. I would love to talk with you. I was very direct and very to the point because I genuinely wanted to help them. After months, like it took a while, they finally reached out to me. We had a meeting and ended up landing them as a client. And it's stuff like this that you can be doing daily. So just think, if you started engaging with accounts every single day and were really intentional, like create a list in a spreadsheet. That's something I like to do so I know who I've engaged with and when. And you could be growing your own freelance business as a social media marketer today. You could literally land a contract with somebody today if you actually get started and you're intentional about it, because it doesn't take more than 2 seconds to send somebody a direct message or even comment on their stuff. So I highly recommend doing that strategy, because that's exactly how I've landed some of my biggest contracts, was really through social media and Instagram especially. And once again, if you guys are interested in doing Instagram either full-time as a influencer, or you're trying to build a brand, or you're a business owner or social media manager that's trying to generate actual sales through the platform, I highly recommend taking a look at my Instagram mastery course that lives on Do School. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please let me know if you have any Instagram specific questions or freelance questions in the comments below. And of course, I hope you like this video, and I will talk to you soon.